We were at work today doing some cleanup in an old storage area of electronic equipment. This is a VC2300 video codec unit. It was used for an old video conference system. I believe it dates from the 1990s. 3 fairly big fans in the top of it. Some warnings. Some maybe a loopback switch, a power button, alarm light, power light. Side's pretty boring. The back's got chassis ground component videos, video output, looks like RGB output, sync output, parallel serial interfaces, whatever that means, external clock, T1, that would be an internet connection, a RAN connection, serial links. Some more serial links are proprietary interfaces, user data ports, RS449, I believe that's serial, 232 is serial, telemetry, looks like made by BT, some information, 2300 video codec, normal IEC, power input 6.3 amp, 7 kilohertz audio output input, miniature XLR plugs, I guess, some inspection stickers. That's where the power supply is, so warning there. The other side's pretty boring. Open up the front. Inside of the front, we have more warning labels. You can see the backplane back there where everything plugs in. Kind of an interesting code, interesting design. All these things just kind of snap out. There's a card, basically expansion cards. Print looks pretty proprietary though. I don't think there's much in here it's interesting to look at, but I don't know there's a lot of any real use. I guess I was more in it for the case and just curious. There's another card, a lot of IC chips on it. I'm not sure what these modules really do. It says ImageCon Ltd. British Telecommunications 1993 V35 2B daughter board. That's a daughter board for this other board. Looks like some kind of a MOSFET or voltage regulator. There's a socket underneath there it plugs into. Also kind of interesting design, transistors installed in chips or sockets in here. Some of these things have a lot of daughter boards on them. Or spots for modules and other daughter boards. This one has a System 261A wideband audio option module. Other options, backplane connections. Kind of an interesting thing to look at. I don't really know that much about it though. I know it's a video codec, but I don't know. This is before my time dealing with electronic stuff. A lot of chips on that one. Some kind of logic or motherboard. Looks like a Xilinx chip. Could be a processor of some sort. Some Motorola chips. A few of these have some interesting LEDs on. Just a couple on that one. This one has a few more in a LED bar. This one's pretty interesting. A lot of IC chips on this one. That looks like some kind of a processor. That looks like an AMD chip. More Xilinx. Another processor. I don't really see much that indicates how it translates to in computing power or anything. I guess based on the age, it's probably a 16-bit or 32-bit processing system. Victel 2 originator. Not sure what that means. Bunch of green LEDs, don't really know what exactly those mean. Looks like a couple for issue, a couple DDL, a couple GA. Not exactly sure what that means. Looks like some EEPROMs here. Some unpackated sockets. Some more EEPROMs. Dallas, that looks like probably a real-time clock would be my guess. This one's got a LED bar graph type thing on it. Another processor possibly with a heat sink. Voltage regulator probably. Quite a bit more logic. Some more double EEPROMs. Different LED graph light. Interesting, but not terribly uncommon. Disconnect. That's a bunch of chips. More logic, it looks like. Most of this is probably logic. Don't know exactly what a codec does, but I don't believe it deals with signal processing and video communications. I'm used to hearing codecs in the computer world, so I don't really know. This might do the same thing back in the 1990s. More transistor chips. And then sockets. More processing. This is kind of an interesting board. It's got a delay line on it. This looks like some kind of a motherboard or power regulation board, I would guess. Also looks like it's seen better days. I see some black on that one crystal or coil. I see some green or white stuff there. Looks like maybe rotting or something. Dry rot, I'm not sure. It's kind of interesting equipment, but I might part out some of the stuff, but I think the power supply in the case is probably going to be worth the most here for anything. Kind of interesting backplane. Power supply. Backplane over that. Big grill. Some dates and stuff in here. Fans up on top. 5-volt test points, 0-volt. Could have a decent 5-volt supply in here if that's what it ran on. A little bit of logic on the backplane there. And you can see a little bit of board behind that. That's probably the connection to the back. I do see some other bullet points up there, plus, minus 12. It could be like a same, sort of like an ATX power supply. And there's some labels. Video, aux video, SIF encoder, converter, encoder, originator, decoder, audio channel, options. I don't really know what all that means, but it sounds like a video system to me, which I know this is. It's video codec. And it's kind of interesting. I'm not sure exactly what future project, but kind of a nice case. It's got some shielding on it, some grounding points. I don't think you could put really a motherboard in here unless you modified some things. Could be cool for maybe nothing else, make a soldering cabinet or something out of it, fume extractor, or maybe if someday use it to house some things to drive a solid state Tesla coil or something like that. And I guess most of this I'll part out and probably e-waste. Now I got some documentation of it. It's kind of cool to look at. Now I got a video of it, so I think that's cool.